So first of all, a very good morning to Fazli and of course all my fellow group mates. And thank you for taking a time to come and listen to our proposal presentation. And before we get into the title of our presentation, I would like to give more details on how we came up with our topic. But before that, let me introduce our group and the group members. So first of all, my name is Mitchell, and accompanying me is Maryam, James, Wei Jing, and of course Teresa. So throughout the course of our lengthy discussions, we as a group have formulated many different topics to tackle, ranging from more common subjects such as nature preservation and of course marine life biology and so on, to more controversial topics ranging from sex, religion, and politics. And of course, we wish to have a more peaceful discussion and more informative style of projects, hence why we didn't tackle such controversial topics. And that was when we asked ourselves, what was the main thing that we as a group wanted to complete and accomplish with our project? We decided that we wanted to, first of all, be as informative as possible about the subject, while also proving to be able to create an interesting item for our viewers, which is how we came to the title and theme for our presentation, Space. In a world where scientific developments are constantly being made, the frontier of space has no doubt become a large part and parcel and reason for why many scientific discoveries and innovations are constantly being made till this very day. This is a heavy inspiration for why we think space should not be looked down upon its importance in society and its upbringing and improvement. So first of all, why did we choose space as our main theme? Well, for starters, not only is it a topic that every one of us in our group was more familiar with, it was a subject that we felt not many people were either well versed in it or even familiar with it. This is because despite being such an interesting and fun subject, the topic itself isn't as common among Malaysian citizens. In the majority, the common folk either didn't learn of such a topic in the first place, or if they were even exposed to it from a younger generation, were simply not having the right attraction to it. This cause is also one of the main reasons as to why we decided to engage in such a title, because this very lack of exposure is sure to be an eye-opening experience for the general public. Besides that, we find that because there is an already existing group of enthusiasts among the populace of the general public, the title would be potentially a huge hit as well as have a larger impact, because it's people like these, namely such as the science fiction enthusiasts, who have the potential to spread the information of space and the interesting facts about it henceforth to other people such as friends, family, and sometimes maybe even strangers, and this has proven to be way more effective in spreading knowledge. Hence, with all these in mind, we've decided to tackle the title of our project, Space Myths and Shattering Its Illusions, an introduction to the ins and outs of space. So, why did we choose this sort of name for our project? Well, for starters, I'd like to reveal a short summary of what our activities encompass. Throughout our project, we will be discussing as well as be comparing what we see and or hear about space from famous media sources. And for us, that source we would be tackling is movies. As we all know, movies are the most influential source of entertainment. But for some people, they can also be a small source of information, and there is no doubt that for some people, these very movies have the theme of space are what provides a majority of what little information most people have about the deep unknown. In these cases, sometimes the said movies don't usually provide accurate and in some even worse cases, even false information about space. And that is why we as a group hope to debunk the myths of space and, dare I say, to shatter its illusions that we have been exposed to, because we feel it should be important to explain or clear up false information and misconceptions that the general public has about space. And that's all from me. I would like to pass the mantle on to Wei Jing in order to continue our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, Fazli and my friends. Hi, I'm Wei Jing. I'm going to talk about our project goals. Our main project goal is to debunk the myth about the space. This is because most of the scenes portrayed in a space fiction movie contain misinformation about the space, and this ungenuine information kills curiosity down the line. Therefore, we should let the audience know about the differences between the reality and fantasy by debunking the myth about the space. Since we are planning to deliver the true facts about the space while debunking the myth, hence we do have sub-goals for our project. One of these sub-goals is to upraise the interest of the audience in the topic of space and exploration. In order to reach this goal, the knowledge of facts regarding specific theories will be delivered throughout the project to the audience by providing captivating infographics and backgrounds. Besides, we are not letting the audience out of touch in the space industry. This is because the general public in Malaysia has little information on space topics despite the ease of access, as they lack early exposure about the space. By conducting this project, we could let the audience have the basic information about the space industry in their mind. The target audience of our project is the general public in Malaysia, especially the space fiction enthusiasts. This is because our project video will appeal more to space fiction enthusiasts as the content of our video is space related. Next, there is a possibility that the space fiction enthusiasts will readily accept whatever happens in fictions or movies as the truth without further research. They are also prone to misconceptions due to the low exposure in space and aeronautical by local school, government, ministry, and local news. Hence, we hope that by the end of our video, they will be able to differentiate between what happened in reality and fantasy. Besides, space fiction enthusiasts tend to see neat ways to explore space in science fiction movies or shows and are wondering what the space industry is really doing to make this dream a reality. Malaysians may also need better and clearer conceptions of what lies ahead or what the future will be like. So, our video can help deliver the facts by giving the audience a better visualization. Finally, our video can upraise the interest among the general public in Malaysia, especially the space enthusiasts, towards the exploration of space, as some space fiction enthusiasts are likely to aim to work in this field. We may never know that some of the space fiction enthusiasts may be an astronaut or space engineer one day. Okay, next, I will be bringing out the problems faced in preparing the proposal of the projects as well as the solutions to solve the problems. At first, our topic was too vague and confusing, which made it difficult for us to determine the project goals, the ways to conduct the project, and the flow of the project. This caused our time of discussion to be prolonged in every meeting. So, we decided to specify and pinpoint one area, which is debunking the myth. We also faced some issues in coordinating with one another, especially in designating the time for weekly discussion. This is probably because each of the members are taking different courses and subjects, which leads to different availability of time by each member. We solved these problems by designating our weekly discussion on weekend to make sure we get to discuss the progress of the project together. Lastly, the problem faced during the proposal presentation was the uneven distribution of tasks. Some members get to present their parts for more than 6 minutes, while the parts for some members hardly reach 5 minutes. Hence, we designated a meeting to discuss the missing key points in our proposal that should be added and redistributed the tasks evenly after adding all the key points. That's all from me, thank you. Next, I will let Maryam to continue the next section.
Thank you, Wei Jing. Good afternoon, Sir Fazli and my fellow group members. I'm Maryam, and I'll be continuing the presentation. Moving on to the type of activity. For our advanced communication project, we plan to do a YouTube video. We will be delivering our content with the use of visuals, as we want to convey the information in a more clear and engaging way. The estimated duration of the video will be about 30 minutes maximum. So one of the reasons why we choose this type of activity is because it offers flexibility. Viewers can watch our video anytime, anywhere, and on any device because the content is available on the platform 24/7. It is also flexible for us because we can edit and record the video anytime we feel suitable, according to our own preference. Another reason is it's convenient. So due to the current pandemic, it is more appropriate to do an online activity instead of a physical event where there will be restrictions and standard operating procedures that we will have to abide by. Besides, some of the group members are not going back to campus, so it will be easier for us to meet online and film the YouTube video on our own. The next reason is it will be more engaging. The use of pictures and video clips in the video will attract the audience and boost engagement. This is because the viewers are able to physically see what is being explained and therefore are able to make sense and comprehend our content better. This will increase the possibility of them remembering the information after watching our video. Another reason is we get to reach a wider audience. The video can be shared and viewed by literally anyone on the platform. We can share it with family, friends, and our viewers can also do the same. So basically, there is no limit here. Okay, next, the description. In the video, we will debunk popular myths, misconceptions, and inaccuracies regarding space that are perpetuated by science fiction movies. Throughout the video, we will go through the myths portrayed in movies, discuss why the myths are wrong, and provide viewers with the right information using simple explanations. We will present the information along with content taken from movies and also from the space industry, such as from the NASA website. One example of popular myth that we can discuss is we can hear sounds in space. This is actually untrue because space is a vacuum, so there is actually no medium for the sound to travel through. There are many more interesting myths, so we will further discuss them in the video. Okay, for the parties involved, one of them is NASA. We will mainly refer to the NASA website and NASA discoveries to help us debunk the myths that are portrayed in the movies. At the NASA website, we can find articles, interview transcripts, and also galleries of pictures and videos that can be used as reference for our project. Next, producers from popular science fiction movies are also considered as parties involved because we will be taking clips of scenes from these movies as examples of scenarios that portray a myth. So we will be referring to these clips while we are discussing the content. Examples of movies that we can refer to are The Martian, Interstellar, and Gravity. There are actually many more popular movies about space, so we will also include them in our discussion. That's all from me. I'll pass the presentation to James. Thank you.
Thanks, Maryam, and greetings to Sir Fazli and my fellow colleagues. I'm James, and would like to show you some of the possible items that we might be using for the purpose of aiding the production of our YouTube video. So, one of the things that we're definitely going to use is, of course, the camera, along with some of the others essential accessories. Now, there's only three of us currently situated at the campus. That would be Teresa, Mitch, and me. So for the three of us, we're gonna go with Mitch's phone, which is the latest Samsung Galaxy S21. So with this state-of-the-art technology, we believe that that camera has the capability to capture high quality and difficult shots to ease our video shooting process. Now, for the rest of the members, they'll be using their own cameras and accessories for video shooting. We'll be also bringing our own transportation for the purpose of shooting at different places outdoors. Next up, we'll be using PowerPoint and Canva to create interesting infographics and keynotes on our YouTube video. Now, these will serve as visual aids to catch the attention of our audience while we're presenting our topics. More on that later. We'll be also using some of the most popular video editors to trim, arrange, and compose the sequence of shots taken by our members. Now, for heavy editing, we'll be using Adobe Premiere Pro. For lightweight editing, we'll be using CapCut and Filmora instead. And finally, we'll be using Adobe After Effects. Now, this is a digital visual effects, motion graphics, and compositing application. Now, the reason that we're using this is that we would like to create transitions that could move from one shot to the other one seamlessly. We'll be also using it to create visual and special effects to not only make our videos more visually appealing, but also make our content more engaging to the audience, and that helps to get information into their mind in the long term. All right, so basically, that's all the items that we plan to use for our project. Now, let me briefly go through what we have done in the first 5 weeks. So for the first week, we didn't really do anything since we haven't formed a group yet. For the second week, though, we attended the briefing for this course, and we decided to form a group of 5 on the same day. And on the following day, we finally have our very first meeting. So this is basically what we have done. At the beginning of our meeting, we all suggested our own ideas, and then we've gone through quite a few brainstorming sessions in an attempt to come up with more ideas. And then we have our second meeting on the third week. We shortlisted a lot of ideas, and at the end, we've all agreed that we want our topics something to do with space and galaxies. We continue to discuss this in more details and outline a proposal at the end of the meeting. For our third meeting, we have narrowed down the scope of our topics, which we've narrowed down from something related to space to make comparison between how space was depicted in Hollywood movies to reality. We have also had a consultation with our lecturer in that same week. And finally, this is, I think, where we have made a considerable amount of change to our content. and where we're finally able to pinpoint the stuff that we're going to make. So what we have done is we have shifted our focus from just making comparison between fantasy and reality to debunk common myth about space. So overall, this is what we have came up so far. For a brief demonstration of what we have done on the 5th week and our future plans, I would like to hand it over to Teresa. Thank you.
Thanks, James, and greetings to Fazli and my teammates. So now I will continue the schedule for project proposals from week 5 to week 14. So for week 5 is our consultation week, which is the last week, where we have arranged a meeting with Fazli to review our discussed draft for the proposal. So first, we have presented the ideas and directions of the projects as planned before, and from the recommendations provided by Fazli, so the suggestions for the improvement of the proposal have been jotted down. So for example, during the last week, Fazli has suggested to us to outline clearly the purpose of paying a visit to Planetarium Negara and try to make the proposal more interesting and catchy in real condition. So upon the completion of consultation, we have conducted 4 times of meeting where we have compiled advice from the lecturer and conduct a deeper discussion regarding the project. So the aim of this meeting is to review and improve the structure of the proposal, such as narrow down the proposal content to be more specific and begin the preparation of the proposal. So for week 6 to week 10, we will enter the second stage of preparation where we have present our proposal and conduct preparation for the project. So week 6 is this week in which we have to present our proposal with details included. So upon the completion of this proposal presentation, so then we will begin our preparation, which we will brainstorm the content by searching through the internet. So we will collect the information about space, identifying space myths, and revealing the truth for space. So we will spend more time in this week, which is about 20 hours, since we need to collect clear information to ensure accuracy while delivering the content. So by week 7, we will sort out some important information and continue to collect the information which we decide to use. So we will study some scenes from Hollywood movies, such as Star Wars, and identify the illogical scenes in the movie. By then, we will analyze the information collected and compare the reality and fantasy. And by week 8, we will gather all the findings from the members and categorize the important information for the project. So by week 8, we will have a rough outline about the contents we will want to present about. And as usual, we will brainstorm for additional information to ensure the content is delivered is informative and compact. So by week 9, we will conduct a third discussion for the project preparation, where we begin the preparation of video after adding in important information. So we will begin to plan the flow of the content, prepare an outline of the video, and distribute the tasks among the members. And by week 10, next slide, yeah. So by week 10, we will make a final discussion to outline clearly the materials and tasks required for the project, and we will distribute the tasks in a more specific method to prepare the content of the video. So week 11 to week 13 will be the third stage of our preparation, where we will prepare, edit, and compile the video for the presentation. So by week 11, we will need to prepare the slides, video clips, and pictures from the movie scenes, and eventually the video shooting for the presentation of the project. So both these types of preparation will need cooperation from all members. So for the shooting of the video, all of our members are involved since our video consists of both log style and is physical viewing and narrative content. So to distribute the task, so we will group the activity for video production into narrator and physical viewing presentation. So two of our members, which is Maryam and Wei Jing, who is not inside the campus, will be in charge of the narrator part. So they will need to talk about the introduction, all the narrative parts in the videos, as well as movie recommendations in the movie. While three of our members, which is me, Michelle, and James, who are staying inside the campus, we will involve in the physical viewing of the planetarium. So the purpose of video shooting at planetarium is to select an adequate background for the conduction of the video. So in the video, one of us will host the meeting while two other members will host the content as we plan in the discussion. So the content will be further discussed after the consultation and in the meeting for the preparation of content. So week 12 and week 13 will be the editing and compiling stage of the video. So week 12, we will compile and a little bit edit of the video possibly after each of the members have completed their part. So by this week, we will emphasize the flow of the video first. So the compiled video will be a draft, and the direction of the video will be confirmed and approved by the lecturers and all the group members first before we proceed to the outline of the details of the video. So for week 13, we will approach lecturers to seek consultation, while improvement in the content design for the video will be conducted based on the recommendations provided by the lecturer. So we will make a final review of the video to check the orientation, video content, and footage. And we will double check to confirm that all the slides in the video is tally with what the presenters talk about in the video. So if necessary, we'll make some small adjustments for the video before the completion of the video. And before week 14, we will need to make sure that our video is complete, in smooth flow, no errors, and the content is catchy enough while delivering to the audience. And week 14 will be the final presentation week, where we will present the outcome of our video after 13 weeks of preparation. And that's our project proposal schedule and our proposal outline details. And thank you, sir, for attending our project proposal.
All right, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. I think thank you so much. You did a great job. It was very detailed. Just don't forget to upload this to YouTube and then share the link with me via YouCanFolio. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much and have a nice week. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Sir Fazli.
Thank you, Fazli.
Thank you, Sir Fazli.